Good afternoon. Happy Aloha Friday. It is Manoa Valley Theater Live number 47. It's Devin Nicoba. How you doing? I am your host for the show. We would like to welcome in, without ado, Mr. Kip Wilborn, mostly because he wasn't here last week, so I feel
Hey,
like I need to talk to him as quickly as
no,
possible.
maybe I need
Hello,
to,
sir.
yeah. You complaining?
No, I missed you, man.
All right, okay.
Yeah, it's good to
All
have
right.
you back.
Oh, it is. All right, good.
I
Good to hear.
know. And so
How
much,
you
so much
doing?
stuff happening.
How
I'm
you-
doing okay. I'm doing okay. I got my second shot for COVID, and so feeling pretty. I mean, I'm feeling good now. I wasn't feeling good about 24 hours ago, but it's all good. It's all good. So I'm happy to be part of the making us all a little healthier.
Yeah, lucky you.
Hopefully.
It's going to
Yeah,
be
yeah,
better
very.
than August before I get one. It's forever.
Anyway, so what's going on with the theater? What's happening?
Well, we've got Popcorn Falls that's opening on March 18th. I mean, can't believe that. I mean, March is Monday.
I know.
Can you
I
believe that?
know.
So we're, just
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
yeah. So we're really excited about that. It's a two-man show. The guys are playing about 20 plus characters between the two of them. And so
That's
it's
insane.
a lot of fun, a lot of entertaining. Then Tiny Beautiful Things, May 6th through 23rd. By the way, auditions are on March 21st. Mark your calendar for that. Or go to our website or call the office, 808-988-6131, actually for an appointment so that you can audition. And Andrew just put up the Ron Artis concert, which is coming up on March 6th and 7th. And listen, that's going to be fantastic. In fact, I looked a while ago and we had one ticket left.
Oh my gosh.
One ticket. So if you want to go, you got to call 808-988-6131.
You're not gonna miss out. Hey, Kip, I have a little bit of a behind the scenes question to ask you.
Uh-oh.
Well, no, with this new sort of slate of shows, I was just curious. Were you thinking about, okay, we're gonna have to stream some of this stuff. We're gonna have to, you know what I mean? Did some of that go into the thought about what you're gonna do? Because I mean, everything changed, right?
Yeah, everything changed. And I gotta say that out of the shows that we're doing, two of them that I would love to stream, streaming rights are just not available. So won't be. But what really went into it was, what can we do with a small cast? So make it as safe as possible for the actors, as well as for the audience. And so that's why we waited until it's late June, when we have our first musical. So hopefully by then we'll all be in a lot better shape than we are now.
I mean, we're in tier 3 now. So, I'm thinking if we can get the mayor to say we need to have, sports on, I think maybe we should say, hey, mayor, you think maybe you could slide us into that tier 3 too? That'd be kind of nice. Yeah.
Rick, help us out here.
I mean, he was on the show, right?
Right.
So he's definitely watching this. I mean, come on.
Maybe he'll do that. We'll everybody write the mayor's office. Call the mayor's office. Tell them that we'll be back in the theater. All right.
Definitely. We want you back in the theater too. And please don't forget, if you can, donate, give what you can. Manoa Valley Theater doing some great work and some great stuff. So they're keeping theater moving along, which is awesome. So thank you, Kip. Appreciate it. We're going to bring you back in a little bit though. Okay. Is that cool?
Yeah. You've got a great show today. Fantastic.
Yeah, I know. Can't wait for it. All right. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Kip Wilborn, our executive director for Manoa Valley Theater. The gentleman I am bringing on is going to be doing a show at Manoa Valley Theater March 6th and 7th. And like he said, we've got like one ticket left. But if you're getting a chance to go see the show, he is not to be missed. He is a multi-instrumentalist. He's a musician, performer, and he grew up here on Oahu in a musical family of 11 kids. And has gone on to perform and collaborate with Mick Fleetwood, Jack Johnson, Jake Shimabukuro, Booker T. Jones, and so many more people. Ladies and gentlemen, viewers, please welcome our guest today, Mr. Ron Artis II.
Hey, aloha, everybody.
What's up, brother?
What's up, Devin?
How are you?
Good,
Okay,
man. How's your day going?
I'm good, man. Just so we make clear, Ron's not actually sitting on the beach because then I would have to hate him a little bit. He's actually that's actually a beautiful
Uh,
background, but man, I'm
Actually,
loving
I am. I
that.
finally made it out here, man. I'm super excited. I finally made it back
Yay!
home. I'm on Maui right now.
No, I hate you just a little bit, but it's beautiful, man. I'm I'm glad you're on the show with us. Okay, so
Thank you.
um, if you can give us the quick background on Ron Artis the second. I mean,
Quick
born and
background.
raised here, public school. One of
Um,
11 children. Keep going, keep going.
so my parents actually moved to Hawaii when I was 4, and first we were on the windward side, then we moved to North Shore, and yeah, I'm one of 11 kids, homeschooled. Um, man, I was always surrounded by music. I love music, and I don't know. I think I'm a simple guy doing what I love doing.
Now, one of the cool things people don't know is that, I mean, unless they look at your website, is that you actually your career includes your wife and your kids. Like you take them around with you. That's kind
Yeah,
of the
we tour,
thing.
we travel everywhere. So my wife and I, we run our business and everything as a team because, I mean, well, let's face it, she's a lot smarter than me. So,
Well, yeah.
so we really just try to focus on trying to make a positive difference with the world and what we're doing, and just sharing music, sharing creative experiences with people. And we didn't start doing all this, the touring and traveling, to spend time away from each other as a family. So that's why we love bringing our kids along with us everywhere we go, until they're old enough to think that that's not cool anymore. They want to do other stuff. Right now they're 5, 3, 1, and 5 months, so they still think that's pretty cool.
Oh, oh my gosh. You know, um, as far as your music goes, I know that, with the touring and stuff, obviously with coronavirus, that sort of all ended, but you were able to pivot and now you're doing soundtracks and stuff like that. Is that correct?
Yeah,
Or
I've been doing a
scoring,
lot of
scoring?
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of scoring, a lot of writing. It's actually given me a lot of time to do a lot of writing and a lot of work with companies online and stuff. And it actually opened up special opportunities too. I recently collaborated with the Hawaii Symphony Orchestra, which was really special for me. And we did a full concert of all original music. I mean, as a kid, it was a dream to perform with an orchestra, but to have that dream come to life at home with like your home orchestra was really, really special.
Now, how did that work? Because obviously, you wrote all the music. It wasn't like you were singing on all of it. So, how were you able to break down the parts? Because normally, when somebody sings with the orchestra, right, or sorry, with the symphony, they give the symphony the song, like like Amy is going to sing Palehua, and she gives them the song, and the conductor sort of breaks everything down. But that's not actually what happened here. You actually helped them break down the parts. Is that
Yeah.
correct?
So what happened is we had 2 weeks from when we asked the question like, "Hey, let's do something together," and they're like, "Yeah, let's do it." And I said, "Okay, I'll be in Hawaii in 2 weeks, so I guess we got to arrange all of this music within 2 weeks to have the concert." So I I tapped a good friend of mine, Tyler, and he came out with me. He actually works really closely with me on a lot of the arranging, and he actually conducted. He was a guest conductor for that performance. So it really worked
Wow.
out that we were able to spend a lot of time together in Portland before we flew back out to Hawaii, and that really helped the workflow a lot.
Hmm.
Usually, in that side of workflow with me is I write everything and then I'll arrange it, and then I'll present it. But we usually have more time to say, "Hey, let's let everybody hear it at a time so they know how it's gonna go through." But I'm just really grateful. Everybody loved it, and that we had such a great response. So
But
I'm looking
by the
forward to
way,
the next time.
I know it's going to be
Yeah,
amazing.
I've been
I
talking
heard.
with yeah, I've been talking with Dave Moss, the executive director. We may, fingers crossed, everything going on the right course with all the numbers and everything. We may be able to do something together later this year. So we're
Well,
excited.
the symphony must be stoked because it must be amazing to get to play original music. Like original symphonic music. That's not like, oh, okay, we're gonna
Yeah,
play Beethoven again or something. But it's like, hey, it's a composition by Ron Artis. The second you go, wow, because I was very lucky to get to hear some of it, and it's mind blowing, man. Because to
thanks, man.
to think of all of those, I mean, you're not just writing a guitar; it's a guitar part with a horn, and you got oboes, and you got all these different drum
Yeah, we
percussion
had
instruments.
we
I was
had
like,
just about everybody there.
dude, Holy
Yeah,
smokes, man, it's amazing.
thank you.
So for you, as far as writing your new music, has it taken you in a specific direction, or is it more just trying to keep that positive vibe going?
Well, with all the time off that I've had, like it's really kind of expanding genre. So I used to just write a lot and sit around with friends and jam, and then we started to kind of get quote popular, and so we started traveling a lot. And now in this last year, I've had a lot of time to sit down and sort of write and take my time and work on some ideas. And so I've actually written a lot more for orchestra. Like there's a lot
Mm.
that I can't wait to share. And then there's also some jazz ensemble songs that I've written. So I'm excited to be able to get together with friends and musicians and start realizing and performing some of this music and sharing with an audience.
Well, that's the thing that's interesting about you. You genre hop so much. I mean, you run the gamut from, I mean, people rave about your blues, right? And then they rave about your R&B stuff. And then they rave
Well,
about the orchestra stuff. And is that a conscious effort on your part to make sure that you're touching on everything, or is it just that's
no,
been your interest all this time?
yeah, well, it really is like, I don't know, I was gonna say it's kind of like foods. Like it's like you know a taste you have for something or an expression,
Mhm.
like to express this feeling or this thought or this experience. This genre is what's calling for it. I mean,
Mm.
in the last, I want to say 10 years, it's like we have access to so many different styles of music, like at the click of a button, right? So it's like,
Mhm.
if like all the playlists I listen to online, it's like a mixture of everything, like all my favorite artists, all my favorites, everything. So now it's like, it's really, I think the world is more ready for doing that at a concert. Beforehand, I would talk like some of my team, and they'd be like, "Well, if you switch genres too much in a performance, you might confuse the listener." That couldn't be further from the truth, especially now, because it's
Mm.
like it's you can take everybody on a journey, and it's so much fun if you don't know where you're going next.
Okay. Well, keeping that in mind for March 6th and March 7th, I mean, you're going to have four different audiences to work with. So are you mapping
Yeah,
out something, or is it kind of like, let's see where it goes, you know?
a little bit of both, right? So I'll
Hmm.
be primarily playing solo on both of these shows. So I've been creating like a really intimate evening. But as far as the songs are concerned, I never have a set list. So I have
Wow.
some songs that have been requested. I put questions out to the audience who bought tickets and said, please let me know what songs you hope to hear, what things you like to experience. So I'm gonna face it with that. I did talk to a couple friends of mine, and they we may have some hidden special guests on a couple of the shows. So
Oh, oh,
um,
nice.
people can look forward to some cool surprises.
Okay. Well, I'll volunteer for cowbell if you need,
Yeah,
somebody to help
always.
you.
You
Yeah.
can never
If
have
you-
too much cowbell. You never have enough cowbell. 100%, man. I'm gonna hold you to it, actually, Devin. Come on.
Okay. All right. I'm there for
All
you,
right,
man.
cool.
I'm there for
All
you.
right.
You know how it goes. Um, I wanted to also ask you, being from Hawaii, having that tie here, how do you feel like that's affected your songwriting and your
It's a
approach to music?
major part. I think it's a major part of my songwriting, a
Hmm.
major part of my upbringing in my life. 1 second, I'm extremely unprepared. My phone is telling me I have
It's okay.
1% battery left. So if you lose, I try charging
Okay.
it, but if you lose me, I'm gonna pop right back on.
Okay.
But
Sounds good. It's all right.
I
It's all
hey,
right. You
I'm
were
back
very
home.
excited to be
I'm back
here.
here I'm back home in Hawaii, so I'm like back on island time and just relaxing and
You're
chilling and
like,
taking it
charging?
easy.
What's charging? It's
Yeah.
fine. No
Oh man,
worries.
it's so funny. Yeah, man. Growing up in Hawaii, I think is a really major centerpiece in what my music says and who I
Mhm.
am. And I've even learned that more from the more we travel, just how different the Aloha spirit is from everywhere in the world. Not to
Mm.
get me wrong, there's love everywhere, but there's just something different about like the energy in Hawaii and the people in Hawaii. So I'm honored and thankful to be back home for a little bit, and can't wait to see everybody.
Nice, nice. You have 11 people, you have 11 kids, man. Or there's
Yeah,
10 in your family, including you. So, and of course, your brother, Thunderstorm, had that big success with The Voice.
Thunder is
So,
amazing, man. Thunder
yeah, I
is
mean,
the
Thunderstorm is like,
bomb.
what? So,
Yeah,
but you
I'm
guys have
glad.
actually, sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead. know I'm super glad the world is starting to know what I know about him already, man. That guy is amazing.
But you guys have actually collaborated on quite a few things already, right?
Yeah, we have actually a couple albums out that we did together, and man, it's so much fun to get together with him and write and jam together because we approach music from a similar place but totally different directions, which is so cool.
Mm,
So
mm.
I enjoy listening to him. It's a lot of fun, man.
Well, I mean, is there a chance for like the Artis 5 or oh, okay. Sorry. Sorry. We don't want to. We
Well,
don't want to give
nobody
too many
knows.
things
Like
away.
nobody knows.
Sorry,
Nobody knows.
oh
So,
man. Okay, you're hearing it here first. Here first on Manoa
okay.
Valley Theater Live, because I just gave it away. But
Well, man, I always love jamming with Thunder, and right now it's like we like to just kind of do kind of cameo things and show up here or there. So I can't say anything. We don't know yet. We're gonna see when he flies
Mhm.
in, or so. But I will say, man, it's always awesome playing with him, and I know
Mhm.
he'll be on the island soon. So we'll see what happens.
Nice. Well, as far as your other siblings go, is there anybody else who's involved with music? I mean, any
Yeah, a
sisters that
lot
sing
of
in?
my
Because
yeah, a lot of my family members, everybody is really creative and really into the arts. Yes, my daughter says she wants to tell you guys that she's really good at dancing.
okay, very nice. We want to see that
Good
too.
job, Lily. Yeah, Lily's really good. Yeah, so a lot of my family we really grew up in like an art and music focused household. So like music and art was around us all the time. And there's a few that decided to take it way too serious, and there's a couple that like just like having fun with it and it's kind of their therapy too. And there's some of my siblings that are just like visual artists that are just it's mind blowing to me. Like when some of my
Mm.
sisters can paint, it's really great. So I'm really grateful for my crazy family, man. We have no shortage of crazy and never a shortage of creative ideas.
Well, okay. Being that you're homeschooled, I was curious. Like, what advice would you give? And you're a parent as well. So, what advice would you give to parents who are trying to figure out what that balance is between teaching your kids the arts and giving them this sort of regular, math, English kind of thing?
Give me 1 second, really quick. I
Yep.
gotta
Well,
throw a link before I lose you guys.
okay, no
I'm gonna throw
problem.
the link. I'm throwing the link over to my wife's phone so
Wow,
I can jump back on here.
it's amazing. Look at this. And of course, his
Oh,
wife is the one who has the phone ready to go
oh yeah, she's ready to
so that
go.
he can jump over. Yeah.
Hold on, let me do this. Let's see.
Okay.
I'm almost there.
I'm
This
waiting.
is like
It's all
Jeopardy or
right.
something.
It's all right.
Okay,
This
talk,
every
okay,
show we
talk.
every show we do pretty much this happens at least once something happens tech
Man,
wise.
this is
So
our
it's
world
totally fine.
now, man. We're all like
We're used to it.
everybody's
Look,
on the
there he
internet.
is.
There I am. I'm back.
Okay,
So
what is your
please,
wife
you're
at? Is your wife at like 15% on her phone or what are we doing?
no, man. Come on, she's a smart one. She's nearly fully charged.
Okay.
She got like 60% battery right now.
Oh, we're good.
So
We can do like
yeah,
an hour show.
so right before I slipped away, you asked me a question. What was that one?
Yeah, in terms of, as a parent, as a person who is homeschooled, now with COVID and everything, everybody teaching their kids at home, trying to find stuff for them to do. Is there a
Yeah,
recommendation you have for them to include the arts and do that kind of stuff with it?
yeah. The thing is, like, what is around kids all the time is what they're gonna absorb. It's like we can teach and talk to them about something, but it's really leading the example that matters. So if kids see
Mm,
you pushing down and pushing away what really you love doing, what you love expressing, they're gonna learn to do the same thing.
mm,
So if you really have a passion for something, don't be afraid to pursue it. That is one of the strongest ways you can teach your kids a way to be themselves is you being yourself, you being comfortable with who you are, and having time for them. Now, if you want a big challenge, try to teach your like 3-year-olds and 3 to 5-year-olds how to read. Man, I never knew how hard that was. I'm sitting there, you separate the words and then you're like, man, this is a complicated language. Trying to get them to put the words together and then they're like
yeah.
making the sounds. You're like, all right, connect those three. And they're like, it almost sounds like train. You're like, yeah, that's what it is. It's train. They're like, no, it's not train, Dad. You're like, yeah, it's train. So yeah, that's the fun stuff to do. We're trying to learn how to teach the early stages of reading has been quite challenging. But just man, it's the thing is, life is really short. We can get
Mm.
focused on what we do for a living and never take time to figure out what we're living for. There's a big
Mm.
difference. What we do for a living and what we're living for. A friend posed that question to me years ago, and it always stuck with me. It's like pretty much everybody knows what we do for a living, but what are you living for? It's a question we seldomly ask ourselves. And
Mm.
I think that's the coolest thing you can do for your kids is making peace with yourself and letting them see you overcome and just being yourself. And it's infectious. It's infectious.
Nice. That's very cool, man. Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're a pretty good guitar player. You're pretty good on the songwriting thing. And you have a
Thanks.
show that's coming up for Manoa Valley Theater. So I thought maybe, just possibly, we might be able to coax you into playing a song. Maybe?
Yeah,
You
for
think?
sure. Let me switch to my wife's phone so the phone doesn't die in mid song.
Okay, sounds good. All right.
This is gonna work. Hold on. Oh man.
I'm glad you're back on Maui, man.
Oh, me too, man. It's so beautiful over here right now. I know I got a lot of friends and family waiting for me over on North Shore, so we're gonna be there soon.
I know. That's right.
All right, here we go. It says
Okay.
I'm entering the broadcast studio.
There we
so
are.
now there's two of me.
Now there's two of you? Okay. All right. Oh, here we go.
Oh, that's great.
Okay. We've officially switched over.
We have switched
Oh,
over.
my.
All right, let's see if I can put this here. And if you
Okay.
can see me?
Yep.
Hold on, I still hear myself on my other phone. Thank you. And my wife came right up. She's like, I'm going to put it on the charger for you, honey.
Yes.
It's like-
Thank you very much to the wife. Wives are amazing.
Yes. Yeah, man. It's like we did a TED Talk a couple of years back, and people were asking me all these questions about my life and everything. And I was like, man, really, you should be interviewing my wife. She's the one with the master degree. She's the one that's like traveled the
Yeah.
world and everything, and then changed
It's
my
kinda-
life.
It's kind of cool to marry up, yeah.
Yeah, I definitely.
Yeah, I know.
married up.
I know the feeling, brother. I know the feeling. that's the secret to a happy life as a husband is marry up. Once you marry up, you're
Yeah.
all good, bro. Everything's taken care of. Yeah. You never worry because your wife remembers to charge the phone. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Ron Ortiz II.
On a day like this, everything's changing. On a day like this, everything's changed. But every step I take, it's love I see in your heart. And oh, I'll never feel alone when I look deep in your eyes. Life's too short, they say. Oh my, when I'm with you, time stands still. Oh my, what a life. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. Call me oh mine. Call you mine. Oh yeah. All right.
Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, Ron Ortiz
So-
II.
Thanks.
Hey,
That's a brand
Ron.
new one. Just wrote it for you here on your show.
Oh, thank you. I mean, it wasn't about me though, right? Because then we'd have to talk to your wife. Okay,
Yeah,
okay, okay. I'm just
that's for
checking.
her.
Okay, cool. That's what I was gathering. Because you're like, dang, you have to put in a line about keeping my battery charged all the time. That'd be kind
Oh
of a
yeah,
cool
yeah,
little
yeah.
thing,
She
right?
charges my
Yeah.
soul battery. She charges my
There you
soul
go. You see
battery.
what I'm saying? I'm helping you, man.
Yeah,
I'm helping.
you got
You
me.
know,
You got me.
I got you, man. We're right here. We're right here. You know, question two. People are amazed at your voice, and you were saying I had heard when we talked earlier, you didn't really sing very much, right? When you were younger, is that right?
No, I started singing, like pursuing singing. I think I was about 21, 22.
Wow.
Before that, I was mostly just playing instruments, man. I love music, and I love my favorite place growing up playing in the band was in the back of the band because I could just close my eyes and just be
Yeah.
inside of a song. I felt really intimidated about the idea of being in front of a band or being in front of the stage, because I always thought, like, you have to be this persona or be this person or this personality. I never thought that, hey, I would lead a band or I would be a solo songwriter or something. I never thought that. And my parents came in one day and they were deeply, deeply convicted. They're like, Ron, we believe God told us you should sing. I was ready to run out of the building. I was ready to run away. But I was like, no, that is too much. That's too big. One, I can't sing. I'll never be able to sing. It was like,
Oh my gosh.
but that just goes to say, I like reminding people, it's like, be grateful for the friends and the people in your life that see something in you don't see in yourself.
Hmm.
Because it's like, if I had my way, I wouldn't, there's no way I would have been on here singing with you right now.
Well, if I see your parents,
I would have just been like, I would have still been playing. I still would have been playing like that, man. I really used to really just be gone. Like, I like to just disappear from everything and just be in the music and disappear from the world. So,
well,
I'm grateful
we
that
owe a
they-
large debt to we owe a large debt to your parents, not just for having you, but also for pushing
Yeah.
you to do that. That's great. That's awesome.
thanks, man. Yeah.
I'm gonna thank you very much. Ron is gonna be again doing 4 shows actually at Manoa
Yeah.
Valley Theater, March 6th and 7th. Unfortunately, there's like 1 ticket left, but
Yeah.
you never know. You never know. We
Never,
get on the
could
wait
be
list,
you.
go check
Could
it
be
out.
you.
Yeah, I know.
whoever's cooking
Well,
everything
I'll
or
be
calling
there.
in.
I'll be there with my cowbell and my tambourine, man.
Got
I'm
it.
there for you.
All right, Devin. Thanks so much for having me.
Ron's. Oh no problem. I want to bring Kip back on real quick as we close things out, because I know, you guys have worked together. You know each other, so
Kip is
I
the
just want to see
man.
if Kip had anything you want to met. Yeah. Oh well, we know that.
No, you the man. Obviously.
Thanks, Kip. Thanks, friend.
that was beautiful, and that was a premiere. Huh.
Yeah, it was a premiere. I just
Wow.
I grabbed my guitar and I was just like, we were talking about my wife, so I was like, let's just take it easy and sing a conversation to her.
That's
Very nice. Wow.
Thanks.
That's amazing, Ron. It's so good to have you here. Having you in the theater on the 6th and 7th. When I first heard you, I just was blown away at what a great talent and what a beautiful, sweet spirit that you bring to the stage and to your performing.
Thank you.
I'm really looking forward.
Thanks, man. I'm really honored. I'm really honored to grace the stage at the theater. It's beautiful theater. I can't wait.
All right.
okay, Ron. We're gonna let you get back to your 4 children. Is that right?
4 little kids, man.
Kids running around.
They keep us busy, man. They keep us busy, and they keep me finishing my cup of espresso.
Well, we're so
Alrighty.
looking forward to having you back at, well, not back, but at Manoa Valley Theater. Thank you
you.
so much for sharing your talents with us and with the world, man. I'm looking forward to that secret project, perhaps with the Ortiz children, maybe someday down the line.
Something's. Who knows? Alrighty, guys.
All right, thank you so much, Ron Ortiz,
guys.
joining us here on Manoa Valley Theater Live. Kip, did you have anything you wanted to close out with?
No, man, this was fantastic. I could sit here for another half hour and listen to you guys.
I know. I just want to hear him play some more. I'm not even lying. Oh, can I do that, Ron? Can I trouble you for one more song and that'll take us out of the show? Awesome.
Let's do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more time. Ron Ortiz II.
I say, carrying out me alone. Lord, I am not my own, yeah. So, oh, I say, carrying out me alone. Lord, 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 hey, I'm still your child, yeah. Some days, well, this world is trying to get me down, but it never will be now, 'cause I'm leaning on you. Say whatever this world might be. Keep on smiling, leaning on your grace. Whoa.
All right.
All right, you
Thank you
guys.
so much. Appreciate it.
Thank
Looking
you.
forward to seeing you again March 6th and 7th over at Mono Valley Theater. Please make sure
Yeah.
check out that number to donate and to find out more information about all the great stuff we got going on. Kip, Janine,
Thank you.
Andrew,
Yeah,
Kristen.
big
Ron.
shout out. Yeah, I want to say before we close, man, big shout out everybody. I love what the theater's doing. If you guys feel it in your heart, please support what everybody's doing, man. It's been a crazy year, and we know we need art coming out of this. We know we need music and dance and theater and everything. So the more we get involved with our community, the more we get involved with the arts, the better for all of us. That's my opinion.
Definitely.
Love
Thank you,
guys.
sir. Take
All
care,
right.
everybody. Love
Love
you
you
too,
guys.
Ron. Oh, Kip, I
All
love
right,
you too.
see you
You're
guys
cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Love you, Kip.
We'll see you
See you
next
guys
week for
there.
more Manoa Valley Theater Live. Aloha.